Y'all, I heard some sad, horrible news. Well, not heard. I don't know if y'all haven't heard about what's going on or what had happened in Texas. A mother, I think she was 31, could have been 31. She's in her early 30s. She was a mother of 4. And 12 years ago, she was on the Lauren Lake's paternity court, and she had 2 men in there that was like, stepping up to the plate, being a father to her son. And she, like the one guy would say, she's very manipulative. She's very sneaking, deceiving and stuff of that nature. And she, neither one of us ended up being the father, but they still wanted to be a part of the child's life. But she was so mad because she was like, the DNA line, that's a lie. And Miss Lauren Lace got to get her like, no, the DNA don't lie. You lie. But anyway, she's like, I'm not going to let them be a part of neither one of their lives, even though they were still willing to be a part of his life, the son's life. Now, I don't know if they still was a part of life because it didn't go into the details. But last Saturday, I believe, she drove an hour away from her home in Texas to a gas station, a Shell gas station, like 2 o'clock in the morning. She had her oldest, at this time, he's 13. And then she had her 3 in the back, a 3-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 9-year-old. And she turned her crazy self to the side and shot that 13-year-old in the head. He died instant. Then shot the 3-year-old. He died in the back seat. And then she shot the 8-year-old and the 9-year-old. As far as I know now is they're still in the hospital fighting for their life. The 8-year-old and the 9-year-old. The 13-year-old and the 3-year-old died in the car. And she called the police and told them that the devil got her children, and they were like, she told them basically I had to do them before they do me. Like, what does that even mean? Like, they was gonna try to take her out, she was saying. And her eyes are like dazed off when you look at her image. But excuse me, and they try to say mental health, but I think Mama on that DOPE, because when they went to Mama house, she lived in a brick 2-story home in Texas. She drive a Tesla, and she had another luxury car as well too. And she had like nice stuff, just living the lavish life. So you ain't mentally nothing. You know what I'm saying? You checked out because you was on that DOPE. And they found like over like 40 some different credit cards, so security numbers. Our photo IDs with her picture with different names from different states. Like, she was running a whole fraud range. You know what I'm saying? And so she had plenty of sense. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, what will make you? How could you? Like, you get your son up to 13. You got 3-year-olds, 9, 8-year-olds. Like, you've been their mother all this time. But it made me wonder, like, was she doing stuff all throughout the time, all throughout the years to these kids? Because how it made it so easy, just for you to just do it just like that. Now, I know people do snap, but it just came too easy. Like, I wonder if it's more history behind that. I wonder when they go to talking to her family and friends, would they say more, devastating stuff and like and unfolding like more, abuse? Because like, how, like, you couldn't just give them away. You couldn't just give them up. Their fathers, all of them have different last names. So I'm sure you probably got like 4 baby daddies. I ain't trying to be funny, but but I'm just saying, like, who cares how you feel at this point? I'm trying to be funny. Sure is. You know what I'm saying? You a sick son of a gun, because how could you? How could you? Then call the police telling you had to get them before they got you. And then we people trying to figure out what made you get to this point that you got to go back an hour away to your home. You had an hour to change your damn mind. You had an hour to leave them in the car and walk away and walk into traffic. You had an hour to let them out the car, then call the police and say you dropped the kids off the side of the road. You had an hour to get your damn mind together. Like, these parents and people just in general are sick. Like, you got to be a sick son or something to do something to a child, especially the child that you carried for 9 months or less. You know what I'm saying? However long you carry these children. You birthed 4. You raised these children up for 13 years. You've been raising children for 13 years. And, it just was sick. I really just, when I heard it, I was just sick to my stomach instantly. Because it's other options you could have did versus doing this to your children. Have y'all heard the story? And have y'all heard more information about it? Because I just heard today. You know what I'm saying? And what do y'all think about it? People want to say mental illness, mental health. Nah, Mama had plenty of sense. Mama dibble and dabble in that stuff. And that stuff got to talking crazy, acting crazy, and then she acted on it. And she took out her 4 innocent, beautiful children life. Well, you took out 2 life, and you got 2 that's still fighting for us. I know. And I just pray to God that they make it through. And I just pray to God that those angels find peace with our Heavenly Father. You know, so if y'all heard about it, what do y'all think about it? You know what I'm saying? And do y'all know more information about it? Like, you run a whole fried range. Like, range. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get money. So you obviously wasn't struggling. You had money at your fingertips, even though you was getting it illegally. So you had plenty of sense to do stuff like that. You run the whole operation. So I don't know, have y'all heard about that? And if so, let me know if you heard more about it. What's your feelings on that? Do you think it's mental health, or do you think it's that DOPE? You know? And just keep your prayers and keep these children in your thought, even the 2 that left here and the 2 that's fighting for their life. So let me know.